So thank you and congratulations. And I am extremely glad that I'm not following up on the next speech. So please join me in welcoming our Student Council President, AJ Brennan, who will be giving this year's class address.
Woo! You got this.
Good evening and welcome, Dr. Lavender, school board members, parents, and families of South Harrison Township's elementary class of 2017. My name is Anthony Jack Brennan, and I have been fortunate enough this year to represent South Harrison as the Student Council President. In my campaign speech, I quoted two presidents, JFK and Ronald Reagan, a Democrat and a Republican, because I've learned that both sides through any situation have great ideas that should be equally considered. My goal as president was to gather all of the student body's ideas and try to implement those ideas that would make the school an even more positive, happier, and more productive place to be every single day. Well, let me tell you, these kids have a lot of ideas. And you know why they have a lot of ideas? Because while we are all similar in certain ways, we are all also different in a lot of ways. Here's just an example of how our class of 58 students are all similar but different. Did you know that 21 of us are the oldest child in our family? And 23 are the youngest. I can speak up for that group and say to all the older siblings out there, thank you for doing all that really dumb stuff, so now we know what not to do to upset mom and dad. There are 17 students who are the middle child. And there is only one student who doesn't have any siblings. Wow, that must be a quiet house. Oh wait, they have 7 dogs to make up for it. And then there's 4 who have a sibling who is the exact same age as them. The Snyder and the Maiden twins have been here since kindergarten. In fact, 43 of us have. But throughout our 7 years, we have welcomed Joe, Cameron, Brian, Kirsten, Austin, Madison, RJ, Nate, Isabella, Kimmy, Christopher, Jack, Dakota, and Milan. We are so happy you became road runners along the way with us. Some of us road runners are athletes. And some musicians. We have artists, and scientists, plus actors and actresses. Kids who are already taller than their parents. And kids who haven't yet had a big growth spurt. We have kids whose good grades come easily to them, and then there are others, like me, who have struggled with certain subjects and are very fortunate to be a South Harrison student and receive the extra help that our school and great teachers and staff provide for us. Great teachers. We have a plethora of them. You like that vocab word, Ms. Ravis? Our teachers did so many things for us to make us who we are today. For example, if Mr. M wasn't here, health would be one of the most boring classes in school. And we'd be looking for some guy named Jim to go to instead of Mr. Ed. If Miss Gravis or Miss Malone weren't here, ELA would just be, well, English language arts. But instead, they've made it so fun, almost enough, we can call it English laughing arts. Without Miss Bakley, most kids would probably be afraid of the nurse and not realize that an ice pack can cure pretty much everything. Cuts, bruises, rashes, bug bites, everything. Mrs. Lamafla and Mrs. Trans taught us that we can apply math in our everyday life. Who knew? Mrs. Massing not only got us to think science is cool, but she's the reason why we know how to use Google Slides and are one step ahead of the game for middle school. Not one of us will ever see a butterfly again and not think of its life cycle and Mrs. D'Onofrio. And honorary mention for tolerance goes to the teacher who has been stuck with us for 3 years. The teacher that showed us social studies is around us every day, Mrs. Olson. From kindergarten to 6th grade and all the grades in between, from library to art to music and all the specials, every teacher has had an impact on our class. And since I'm mentioning teachers, I'd like Miss Davis and Miss D'Onofrio to please stand up. Since this is your very last South Harrison graduation, the class of 2017 would like to say one big thank you. We wish you many, many years of a very calm and quiet retirement. Many, many years. Well, 7 to be exact, for most of us, have been spent here. Some of us may have hesitated on our first steps into kindergarten, clinging to our mom or dad's side of the bus stop, not wanting to leave them. But we did take that step, and everything they said would happen, did happen. The teachers were kind and helpful, and we did make new friends. So keep that in mind in September, when you take your first steps into middle school as an official 7th grader. As you do though, most importantly, stay loyal to yourself, stay loyal to your friends with whom you've grown and learned new things and found new interests. Don't try to change yourself so someone will like you better. By staying loyal and true to yourself, you already know you have true friends. The ones sitting right next to you on this stage are your true friends. You certainly will make new and long-lasting friends in the next 6 years, but don't sacrifice being true to yourself in order to have more friends. You may have been wondering why in the beginning of my speech I had all my classmates keep standing up and sitting down. Well, I thought it would be good to not just tell you, but show you that while we can all belong to different and sometimes multiple groups, we also all belong to the same group, the South Harrison class of 2017. In other words, no matter how different you may think you are, you can always have something in common with each other. But let's remember, different isn't something to be feared. Different is good because it makes you think of something from someone else's perspective. Franklin D. Roosevelt famously said, "We have nothing to fear but fear itself." And why do people fear something or someone? Because they or it are different and they lack knowledge or understanding of that thing or person. So how do you attack fear? Knowledge. You get to know the person next to you who may look different or love something that you know nothing about. Remember in that first morning of kindergarten, you were fearful. Well, look where you are now. Ready to start many mornings of middle school as knowledgeable, confident, and proud South Harrison graduates. Next year, I hope to continue my morning routine of right before getting on the bus saying to my mom, "Be a bucket filler," and her saying the same back to me. No, my mom's job isn't a professional water carrier, and I don't need for her to go fill an actual bucket. What it means is in everyday life, there will be people who will bring something positive to your day or fill your bucket. And there are bucket dippers, those who are negative towards others and dip into their buckets. I have learned that being kind and a bucket filler not only brings joy to those you are helping, but joy and happiness to yourself. It's almost like a domino effect. Being kind to one another just makes others kinder. How do I know this? I've seen it almost every day with my classmates. The South Harrison Township Elementary class of 2017 is full of bucket fillers, and I know that we will be bringing those buckets overflowing with confidence and kindness to middle school. Thank you, and go Roadrunners.
Thank you, AJ. And now I'm sure you can all see why I didn't want to follow that speech.